What's up, everybody? It's Priyo and Joni. So a lot of you guys have been asking me in the comments section why I don't do a basic scratching video. Well, I decided today, let's do one. So today I'm going to show you guys what I think is the 4 most important basic scratch techniques. And we're going to show you how to do that on a DJ controller. The reason why these 4 I believe are important is because it's not just a scratch technique that you can freestyle with using the ah sample, but it's actually the 4 techniques that I think are important when you're actually mixing a set and you want to apply some scratching to the songs that you're mixing. So before we get started, a message from our sponsor. Just wanted to let you know that this video is brought to you by Direct Music Service. DMS is an online database for working DJs and mix artists with different edits, remixes, and versions of your favorite songs. And if you're on the go like me, you don't have to sit at home to download your music anymore. DMS has an awesome mobile app where you can actually listen to the tracks, put them on your wish list, and they'll be ready for you on your Dropbox folder when you get home to your computer. Go to directmusicservice.com today to sign up. So these techniques can be done on a controller, CDJs, or turntables. But we're going to show you how to do that on a Pioneer DJ DDJ800, so that way it's really easy for you to see everything on the rotation marker. But even if you have an entry-level controller that doesn't have a rotation marker, you can definitely do these scratches as well. So just a quick rundown what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you guys the baby scratch, the chirp scratch, the forwards, and transformers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a beat, and I'm going to explain to you guys what the scratch is and how you can use it. And then I'm going to do some patterns of that scratch, and I'm going to leave an open area so that you can scratch along with the same beat. The process is called question and answer. I ask a question, you give an answer. But really, it's more like playing horse in basketball because you're copying exactly what I'm doing. So how do you play this video onto your controller or your mixer? Well, what you do is you take your phone, take this video, play it on your phone. You can use an auxiliary to RCA cable, and you can take the RCA cable and put it into one of the channels or the auxiliary input, and you put the other end on your phone, put it at full volume, and you'll be able to play this video on your controller and scratch along as I do the lesson. Now, if you have an entry-level controller, you don't really have any inputs on your controller. So what I would suggest is to actually take a small mixer so that you could put your controller and your phone and plug it into that. Check out my recent video on how to plug your entry-level controller into a sound system for more information. So first, how do we prepare for this? First, we want a scratch sample. I'm going to leave a link in the pinned comments below for this exact track. And we're going to have a beat that we're going to play, and that's going to be on loop. Now, I am a left-handed person, and I like to scratch with my dominant hand on the crossfader and my weaker hand, which is my right hand, on the jog wheel. So that means if you're right-handed, your weaker left hand would be on the jog wheel, and you would be scratching with your right hand. Now, it feels really, really unnatural to do this, especially your first time. And there are some people who learn the other way around, which starts off feeling more natural. But I try to always emphasize that it's best to do it that way with your stronger hand on the fader, because you will develop more speed with the crossfader and you'll learn how to scratch much faster doing this technique. It's not to say you can't do it the other way, but your stronger hand already has a head start with dexterity on the crossfader. The next thing we got to make sure of is we want to make sure that our crossfader setting is set to scratch. Now, on some controllers like the DDJ800, you have to go into the preferences, go to mixer, and where it says crossfader curve, you want to set that all the way up. What this does is instead of a crossfade where the volume of each channel gradually goes up as you go towards the middle, what it does is that it cuts the crossfader curve so that you'll be at full volume, let's say on channel 2, when you move the crossfader to the right just a little bit. So watch this. There's no gradual fade. It's just a full cut. The reason we want to do that is that way our scratches will sound tighter and it won't require a longer distance to do the movement. So for example, the chirp scratch, if you were to do that with the crossfader curve set to the gradual, you would have to use half the crossfader to get that sound out, and it won't sound as tight. And it would sound like this. So depending on the type of gear you're using, the crossfader curve is either in the DJ software's preferences, or it's a switch or a knob that's right on the mixer or controller.